Having a handful of land navigation techniques in our toolkit is going to go a long way toward keeping us safe while we're out in nature. So today, let's look at a quick way to find our location on a map using resection.
Okay, so I'm out in the field, and I know that I am generally somewhere along in here, but I don't know exactly where I am on the map. I've gotten up to a vantage point where I can actually see a little bit. And off in the horizon, I can see what I'm pretty sure is this peak over here, and what I'm pretty sure is this peak over here. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to take my compass, pull up my little handy-dandy compass here, and I'm going to shoot a bearing over here. I'm going to write that down, and then I'm going to shoot the bearing up here and write that down. And next, we need to translate that to the map here to see where I physically am on here in relation to those two objects. So how do we do that? Okay, so first off, I have already oriented my map to the north, and I have already adjusted for declination. And by the way, if you're not sure about shooting a bearing in the field or doing the orientation to the north, I'll throw links to the videos in the description down below if you can check those out. All right, so I went ahead and I shot to this target over here, and it is 324 degrees. I'm going to take my compass. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bezel here, and I'm going to rotate it and put it and dial it on to 324 degrees. Just making sure that it's all lined up there. And then I'm going to take this straight edge and I'm going to place it right here on this peak that I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing that I'm shooting to. And I'm just going to hold my compass right here and start slowly rotating it around off of that peak until I put the red needle inside the red box. Done kind of a slow turn here. We got the needle in the box. Make sure that the front of the compass up here is on the destination I'm seeing. Also making sure that my direction of travel arrow is facing away because that's the direction I'm facing. I'm just going to take my pencil here and just trace right down that line. So I know that I am somewhere along this line right here. And if you need to extend it, you can take a ruler and toss out there and extend it down, or even just slide your end of your compass down. But I'm just going to make it a little bit longer because I'm not sure I'm that close. Right on here, relatively light. So then my next bearing is 20 degrees. So I'm going to turn my compass to 20. And this is the peak over here that I'm pretty sure I'm shooting. So again, I'm going to put the front of my compass on there, and I'm just going to keep sliding it around until I put the red needle in the shed. Make sure I'm trying to look down from above to make sure everything's straight. So that's there. So then I'm just going to trace down this side. And then I'm actually standing where these two lines intersect right here. So that's where we are. So we're shooting from here to that vantage point at 324 degrees, and at this vantage point at 20 degrees. This is the line where they're intersecting. So it's that easy.
Okay, so in this example, we stopped at 2 locations. Now, ideally, we could shoot more so that we have a little more specificity and take a little bit of the maybe ambiguity out of the location. We can kind of confirm, yes, these are definitely the points that we're looking at on the map. So ideally, I'd want to throw at least a third one in there if I have that option, but I can escape with 2 if that's all I'm working with. Okay, hopefully you found that beneficial. If you get comfortable using your map and compass, it definitely helps take some of the edge off of the what happens if my phone battery dies, or what happens if I don't have a signal. Get comfortable, take it out there in a controlled environment to start with so you can get comfortable with it. And then when you actually need to rely on it, then you got those skills built up to do so.